just ain't enough.
John Legend, the 99.5 Play FM. My name is Renzo.
I'm Marco.
And I'm Gabe. And this is the Home Run. Today on the show, we have somebody who's having a show in just a couple of days. Saturday, 13th of July, over at the New Frontier Theater. He is back in Manila performing at the show. Please welcome to the Home Run and to Manila once again, Jesse McCartney.
I actually don't think he's ever been here.
What, really?
He's never been here.
No way.
No, it's his first time in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, first time in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
This is my second stop. I was in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam 2 days ago. And I just got here, last night. So I'm very excited.
I think it's just because, Jesse's just been such a huge part of a lot of our musical journeys and histories that it feels like I've seen you a bajillion times before here. But it's great to know that you're finally here, man. And I feel like a lot of their fans feel the same way. So many of your Filipino fans are just so prevalent in your pages and you.
It's the reason I came, to be honest with you, because I was looking through all the social media data and Spotify data and where the songs are streamed the most. And Philippines, after the U.S. is number one, I think. So we're we have to go down there and just go see what's up. And there've been so many fans over the years that have stuck by me and supported me for so long.
Yeah.
It just felt like it's been long overdue. So I'm really excited.
Well, thank you very much, Jesse.
Yeah.
You said you've been here 18 hours. You can count the hours and everything. Been a pretty busy day for you. But how do you like Manila so far,
I
man?
wish I could tell you. I literally have been in my hotel room. And I did CNN this morning, and then I had a huge press junket at the hotel, and then scarfed down a couple hard-boiled eggs, and then came here. So I'm going to see it. I think Saturday before the show. I'm going to go do some exploring.
There you go.
Because I am really excited to see the city. But so far, I've only seen the inside of my room and you guys, which is I hear is one of the best parts.
There you go. Beautiful view over here, right?
Oh, okay.
Are boiled eggs just your diet right now, or what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's just protein. Just
easy.
What can I get down? What can I get in me quickly that will give me a little
It's the on tour. I'm up at 5 a.m. I need a quick breakfast
totally.
meal.
And then I can pig out later. I feel less guilty about pigging out on local cuisine later.
That is
and having a beer.
So you have yet to experience the Filipino crowd and audience and your fandom here.
I have,
And was it your first time in Ho Chi Minh?
First time. This is my first time in anywhere Southeast Asia.
Wow.
I've been
welcome.
Yeah, was there was the expectation you had of it any different from what actually happened?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, maybe. It's just, when you go to a new place, it's so surreal, and there's nothing. It's still so fun being a stranger in a foreign city and just getting lost. And my girlfriend came with me. We kind of walked around Ho Chi Minh and just kind of walked around the streets. Even though the heat is depressing, and I'm still getting used to it. My body runs hot as it is, so I know you guys are used to it, but I'm
not.
I was peeling clothes off as I was walking down the street. But yeah, I mean, it's just fun to be. I don't have a lot of first times left, after all these years, and it's just great to come to a new place and see people singing your music and supporting you. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and speaking of your music, I saw I don't know if you guys saw the music video for Wasted. Hilarious.
Like it? Yeah.
You were so funny.
Thank you.
I really like how it brings together your love for music, your love for acting, and now comedy.
Yeah.
So I heard that you write for Funny or Die.
I did a sketch for them that they wrote where I play myself, my manager, and my manager's assistant, and it's the three of us in a room talking about the future of my career and what I should be doing with myself.
God.
Wow.
And it really it kind of among the comedy community went viral and became a thing, and it was so much fun, and I had just such a great time playing these three totally different people. The real kind of a jerk of a manager, the quintessential manager.
Not like your manager right now.
No,
Of course not.
She's great. Think Entourage.
Yeah, Ari Gold.
So an Ari Gold,
an Ari Gold
kind of
character.
guy, and then myself, and then the assistant that's a super fan of myself.
Oh my god.
And so that sort of sparked the conversation. Maybe we should do something like this for the Wasted video.
Yeah.
And then, so we did the video, and then while I was on the road, I brought a videographer with me and just shot a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And I put together a bunch of skits of me sort of being the world's best boss, but but really just my entire team, my crew, my band, they just hate
you. Yeah.
And so we shot this 10-minute video, and Funny or Die premiered it, and it was sort of it was great, it was another experience with them and getting to work with them, and it's just fun. I really enjoy comedy, and it's something that in the last few years I've been doing more and more of, and just another avenue for me to be creative.
That's awesome. It's not easy to make people laugh.
It's one of the most rewarding things, though. Like, it's fine that, like, you know, the highs of... It's very much like when people sing your music on stage. You know, it's like that adrenaline rush. You're always chasing it. And making somebody laugh is really... Especially because often it doesn't work. You know, your joke flops.
And you're just like, what do I do now?
And it's like the worst feeling. And then when it works, it's just like a rush, like, you know. And so for me, that's like it's a new way to experience that adrenaline, which I've felt in other mediums before. So
I just want to know what makes Jesse McCartney laugh? What makes you laugh, like, for sure? Comedians, movies, what is it? What works?
Man, I have so right now I love there's a new guy. He's not new, but he's the biggest in America right now. Is Sebastian Maniscalco.
What? Okay, that's a lot of syllables, my guy.
He's like this Italian guy from Chicago.
Right.
He was dubbed like Jerry Seinfeld's like favorite comedian. Like Jerry, Jerry loves this guy. Like absolutely loved him. So I was like, I gotta check him out.
Yeah.
He's had the biggest string of success. Like album after album after album. It's just been incredible. Love him. Mike Birbiglia is another guy who's one of my favorites. I don't know. There's so much great comedy out there. I think stand-up is another thing that at some point I'd love to tackle.
Ooh, yes.
I think the hardest form of entertainment.
Is quick and witty.
Brutal.
I think that's the most you can bury yourself on stage, you know?
Yeah,
like,
and it's like, you know, there are they take no prisoners. The audience will take no. It is just, it can
they
be
will
brutal.
rip you apart, dude.
And I kind of want to know what that feels like. You know?
So are you going to be doing stand-up when you go on stage?
I don't know. I mean, I think I have to still muster up the courage to do it and really like work out some good material, but maybe at some point.
But let's shift back to, you know, your music as of late. So Better With You, Wasted, two of some of your recent singles. I do want to know, like, what you think attributes to the continued inspiration and creativity flowing that you have to still, you know, to produce the songs today.
Well, I took a lot of time off. I was doing a lot of writing and comedy stuff and acting. I was on the show for a couple of years, and I just did some sort of self-reflecting and traveling, and I got a new place. I domesticated myself a little bit. I started learning how to cook, and I just did some things that I always wanted to do. And there was a thing that happened. I went to a Nashville songwriting camp in Tennessee.
Cool.
And it was like a country songwriting camp, and that was another thing I'd never done. And I wanted to push myself, try something new, so I started writing country music, and it immediately made me like catch the bug again. I just felt like while I was in the studio for this 10 days of intensive writing, I realized like I got to do another pop project. So I came back home, sort of regrouped, and decided that you know, I could talk about the last 4 or 5.5 years that have gone by and what's happened in my personal and public life, and make a new record. So that's what I've been doing.
So did Wasted and Better With You start off as country songs? And did they kind of evolve? No, okay.
It's a good question, though. Better With You and Wasted were the first songs I wrote, though, coming out of that camp. I came home and realized, like, I want to work on a new project. It was just being in the studio environment again, like, it just made me miss it. And so when I got home, I called up some writers that I loved and said, hey, I'm going to do another pop album. Let's do something. And Better With You is one of the first songs that we wrote. Yeah. And it felt like a great song to release as like a bridging of the gap. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, to go back to the country music. So when you were at this
Nashville
songwriting camp,
the camp, did you write a song and then have to perform it with like a drawl, or like?
It's good question. I did.
Can we hear your country drawl?
That's what everyone keeps asking. I might have to at some point release some of these songs.
Country music.
I wrote a few songs that the idea was to like pitch them to country artists, and a couple of them got nibbles by country artists, but they never ended up getting recorded. Okay. And you know, often you write hundreds of songs that never see the light of day. But this was like an intensive camp where there was 20, 30 writers from all around the world, and the idea was to write a song a day. So no matter how bad it was, how good it was, you just go in, write a song next day, write a song next day, with new writers too. So it was like a really fun, like creative writing lab, you know? And there were a few songs that I recorded the demos for and had to put a little country drawl on.
Oh, there it goes!
But
Star is
it's
born
funny,
up
like,
there.
it's funny though, like that we haven't released them, but everyone keeps asking like, when are you going to release them? So I don't know, maybe we'll have to do it at some point. Is
venture into something new.
country a big genre out here?
Not big,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like people respect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh man, you have to.
Yeah.
You
have
can't
to.
beat a good melody with a guitar and a good voice.
No,
Like
no.
you cannot.
It's really the best.
Now, your first show is happening this Saturday, New Frontier Theater. Jesse McCartney live in Manila. Now, for everybody who already has tickets, they're excited, I bet. But for those who still don't, what can they expect in the show?
So we're going to do a lot of the songs that everyone grew up listening to. It's my first time performing here, right? So I have to do all the songs. I have to cover all of the albums. I have to cover 15 years of music here. So I'm not going to shortchange anybody on the hits and all the songs that they want to hear. But I am going to perform a few new ones as well. And it's going to be jam-packed. I'm going to play a lot of songs in probably an hour and 15-minute set.
Right. Okay.
And give everybody what they want to hear. And it's very interactive, too. Like, I talk to the audience. I might even bring somebody on stage. Like, it'll get...
I heard about that.
Oh, did you?
What did you hear?
Oh, I
He
guess you'll
seduces
have...
people on stage, I think. So if he says, can I get a volunteer, your hand better be up there.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And if you guys haven't gotten a ticket, it's almost sold out. So you gotta get
Well, I
there.
mean,
Get it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
fans are wait, I have a question. You bring people up on stage. Has there been a time where you've brought somebody up on stage and, you know, they don't react or they overreact in a way that you can't control?
There's the whole spectrum of reactions. Trust me, I feel like I always thought like I'm a great picker. Like I know how to pick the right, and it's never like it's usually not what I expect. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I totally regret the person I bring up. But yeah, I mean that's part of the charm and the whole like bit of it,
Yeah.
and I think the audience really responds.
What's
well
the
to
most
it.
memorable, bad or good?
One girl, unfortunately, just was really inebriated, and I didn't know.
Oh, no.
And she just like fell off the stool. Like she just could not sit on the stool. And I think, it was. I mean, the crowd was loving it because it was just like watching a drunk person fall off a stool.
Please don't tell me she was
funny.
singing Wasted or something. That would have been the most
I mean,
hilarious.
Maybe that's her theme song, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
It's, I've had like people totally clam up, you know, where it's just like or emotion takes over and they just start crying. You get like the whole, like I said, a whole spectrum of reactions.
Man.
But for the most part, they're all just super sweet and excited to be
And
up
everyone
there.
gets to see how well you are at improv.
Right. Well, we try.
There you go. Well, Jesse, thank you so much for stopping by, man. Now, before we let you go, a couple more questions.
Yeah.
What's next after this, man? What can the fans expect from the new music?
So after this, after this little stretch of touring, I'm going to Singapore on Sunday. I have another show there,
Cool.
and then when I go back home, I'm going to jump back in the studio. I've already written since my American leg of the tour. I've written 3 or 4 new songs that I'm really, really excited about,
Right.
and I'm hoping to write even a couple more before the fall. And release an entire body of work by the end of the year is my goal. Wow.
Nice.
So that's what I'm focusing on right now. What happens in 2020 remains to be seen, but I imagine I'll probably be touring those songs as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm in the music chair right now for a little bit.
Well, it's great to hear, man. We also want to hear you back in comedy, man. That'd be so much fun for everybody.
Yeah, you gotta
now,
check it out.
a quick message to all of your Filipino fans tuned in right now.
I love you guys. I can't thank you enough for the continuous support over the years. It's like it's so rare to have a loyal fan base in pop music, and you guys are you prove everyone wrong. I mean, it's just amazing that you can travel halfway across the world and meet an entire audience of people who have stuck with you this long. So thank you. I love you. I can't wait to see you. I hope you come to the show on Saturday. It'll be a lot of fun, and maybe you'll go jump on stage.
There you go, folks. You heard it from the man himself. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Jesse.
guys.
Jesse
I
McCartney,
appreciate it.
ladies and gentlemen. The show's happening this Saturday at the New Frontier Theater. Get your tickets right now. Almost sold out from the man himself. Again, 13th of July. Get your tickets now. Jesse McCartney live in Manila. Here's a single, Better With You. This is Play FM.
I know it's ugly turning